Hello. Hello. Today we're going to talk about the Mandela Effect. Do you already know what the Mandela Effect is? I am just now learning about it. So it all started because I had a dream. And here it is. I was freaking out because I couldn't find my daughter. I realized there was no proof of her existence outside of my own memories. So in the dream, I'm in a life experience where it's like my same parents from this waking life, and I show up to a daycare and I'm looking for my kid and I remember what they look like and I don't see them, and then I'm a little confused. Where is my kid? And I have the full memory of this child and my role as the parent. I was a single parent and I had a lot of guilt because I was really busy with working and not really focusing on the kid. So I have guilt. I'm a single parent and I got this kid. And like I said, I have the full memory of this child's life. And then I think of my parents in this waking life and I'm like, wait, there's not a single picture of that kid with my parents. I'm like, this kid does not, and I realize that timeline, like that life doesn't exist. It's a separate life than I have in this waking life. And it was actually really trippy because I'm in the dream and I realize other than my memory, like very real, strong memory of this child, there was no proof of this child in that dream. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And so then I realized, oh my gosh, I'm remembering a parallel alternate life, basically. And the memories is as strong as the memories I have, of this waking life. And in the dream, I think, oh gosh, I need to be careful with the dream work. I don't want to lose touch with reality. And I was feeling like a little concerned. And then I wake up and I'm completely grounded in this reality. And I realize, wow, I was just in the dream space. I was able to access the entire memory of that alternate or parallel reality. And this has happened before, but I feel like this was the first time it was like I remembered an entire kid's life. So yeah, luckily, yeah, and this happens in the dream sometimes, but then I wake up and so in the dream I'm concerned because I'm like, as Celia in this waking life, this is what's up. And then in this dream space, I'm able to remember these different things and not be totally sure which one is reality in this life, because in the dream space, you have more access to your memories. And so it's all real, whatever you want to call it. So I realized I was carrying guilt in that reality. And it made me think, it's like, if we have baggage, essentially, or traumas or trapped feelings, not only from what we've experienced and created in this lifetime, but what happens in parallel lives, past lives, what's passed to us through our ancestral lineage. all of this can be taken into consideration. And so just having the access to that life, the memory of that life when I was the single mother, it had me consider like those feelings. What is it possible any of those feelings have carried into this waking life? And when you're doing healing work, and when you're dealing with, practicing with dream work, it's a lot of focus on cleaning things out, cleaning out your psyche, cleaning out your energy. You're cleaning the within, and then as well as cleaning the external environment. This is a big part of. It's so interesting. It's a huge component of healing and growth, and being able to transform your life. You gotta clean up your side of the yard, basically. So I consider with this dream, what of those feelings, first of all, why am I visiting that? Why am I remembering it? Why am I being shown it? That wasn't a good feeling, life, timeline, lifeline, not lifeline, life experience. Like, it felt heavy. There was a lot of sadness, and so it's like, is that something I can clear? With that knowing, I can further clear. So, these things don't happen overnight. We can, with dreaming, or just getting the opportunity to observe, and it's, and a lot of times it's instant. It's instant messages, messages that make sense instantly, and you either are getting validated on something you've already done, or you know exactly what to do. Other times you are going to get the opportunity to observe and wait for more information. And okay, so I went to my laptop and I typed in, when you have the memory of an alternate reality. Just sometimes I just throw in like a key phrase or word from a dream to see what's the spiritual meaning, or how can I think about this differently, just looking for like basic stuff. So when you have the memory of an alternate reality, is that all I typed? Yeah. And I hit enter into Google, and I got the AI overview. When someone has a memory of an alternate reality, it is often referred to as a Mandela Effect, a phenomenon where people vividly recall events or details that never actually happened, leading some to believe they might be experiencing memories from a parallel universe. So then I looked up Mandela Effect, and it's lame. It's like the concept of people remembering things differently. Like, for example, the Berenstain Bears, they remember it as the Bernstein Bears. It's like, those are the kind of examples I'm like, this is lame. But basically, large numbers of people can remember their reality differently. But then this goes further into saying, because like psychologically, from a psychology standpoint, scientists attribute the Mandela effect to normal cognitive processes like memory distortion, misattribution, and suggestion. And says sometimes multiple people report the same false memory, further fueling the idea of an alternate reality. So this is more of like Mandela effect in waking life, people having this, these shared experiences of how they're remembering things and realizing other people are having different memories. So of course, I'm talking about parallel realities. There was one other thing. So, well, yeah, so it is possible, seemingly quite possible, that when we dream, our consciousness is able to enter alternate space and time realities. And, I think, no dream left behind. Every dream has a purpose and a meaning, at least for me. Uh, so I feel like the fact that I typed that in and it said Mandela Effect, that I should share my story about Mandela Effect. And basically, I think we are shown alternate realities. Like, we can go looking for them, certainly, but you don't really need to go looking for them. I think just holding space for, talking with your guides, like, what information will best help me on my path, because we quite possibly, there's a soul contract. My dream also showed me my soul contract. So you make an agreement before you incarnate into this reality. And for some people, it is easy to travel outside of this reality, whether it's in dreams or just connecting with source or during a meditation. And I think travel is great. I think there's a lot to be learned. It helps you expand your consciousness, and strengthen your gifts. But it's also important to understand that you came to this reality for a reason, and it's important to be grounded into this reality. So if you ever feel, let's say you have that experience and then you wake up and you still feel confused about which reality you're in, I would say that maybe that is a time where you need to talk with your guides and ask for some help to get more grounded. It's really important to be grounded in this reality. And I feel very grateful that I feel completely grounded in this reality. But in the dream space, I can access multiple, you know, I can travel to different aspects of space and time. And it does feel a little ungrounding. But I feel very protected by my guides, and it's fun. It's so fun to learn, to discover, and to be encouraged. You might think you're on your journey, you're all alone. You're certainly not alone. And when you are most alone, you think you're most alone, that's when you have the most support. So just feel free. I mean, the best way to connect with that support, and by that I mean I'm talking about angels, archangels, spirit guides, your ancestors, any other spirit beings, benevolent beings that could help you on your path. So the best thing to do is just talk to them. And could feel weird at first. Definitely gonna feel weird at first. But eventually you'll tap into the communication, and it's just another, something in your awakening that creates a really more profound experience. It's not just you walking around on this big rock, on this big ball, flying through space. It's we're part of, as Beyonce says, we're part of something way bigger. bigger than you, bigger than me, bigger than the picture they paint us to see. So I'll cut it here, but have fun being open to the idea of parallel realities and realizing there is a name for this. Mandela Effect. All right. Have a magical day. Bye, guys.